has to cause a lot of chaos in this game. If downtime starts happening too much, I feel like Team Spirit just thrives off of that.
Well, let's see. Well, we had such a high action-packed game last game.
Yep. And we get to see some fun stuff. You know, it's actually Team Spirit playing an aggressive lineup, where normally I feel like a lot of times I see them, they do have Oracle, honestly. Like Miposhka picks it if it's there, so a lot of times they are playing more of on a defensive aspect. This is Grimstroke and PA, you know, this Inkswell combo with Stroke of Fate, even pre-items, even pre-Battle Fury, PA can get kills, PA can get active. So this is fun, and I'm really looking forward to see how the mid matchup ends up going, Iceberg versus the Puck of Toronto Tokyo. And I love their lane setups. Yeah, I'm just really liking what Team Spirit's given themselves this time.
No, I think, you know, because this mid matchup, Kunkka should fare pretty well, right? To the point where Iceberg could have the lead here.
Yeah, he could. You have to poke a lot. That's what Puck needs to do, is you have to just apply that pressure and just keep him kind of low, because otherwise, you know, you're going to get hit by the cleaves. He actually dodged the cleave very nicely there in Tokyo, so he can play around it. He should still be able to get his farm. He's not at risk of dying ever. It's just Kunkka will probably just outfarm him slightly.
I mean, looking across the map, is anyone sort of at risk here? Who's going to be feeling the biggest pressure in the lane?
I don't think really many people. I guess the general could be at some problems on the Void Spirit, depending on how Roger plays around it, but Chen usually is able to alleviate a lot of that pressure. I think it's actually fairly even. I think all the lanes are happy with how they've been set up. Like Between, he's got a magic stick, so he'll be able to sustain versus Tide. Tide doesn't care too much about the harassment that comes up from CM and Bloodseeker, unless he gets left. That's what we're gonna have to watch, is when the movements come out to check those runes in particular. That's when they can punish these side laners that'll be left a bit alone, and then they can easily get punished. Bottom's the chaos side, though. I think the most chaotic one, because just level 2 comes out on Grimstroke, PA can just commit in. But we have seen Na'Vi. Roger gave the experience to General, so he'll have plays. He'll have plays around it. Top. Collapse actually getting kind of low.
He's actually turning. He's getting aggressive in on Always Wanna Fly, and with the Shadow Realm hit, they'll be the ones to get first blood.
Very nice. The stick versus stick lane. Lots of fun on those side lanes.
Let's pot him. Oh my goodness, Yatora. Getting rather low there.
Surprising. Yeah, it's surprising to see him get so low versus a Chen, who's just level 1. You know, General just did that all himself, just from some extra right clicks from Roger.
See top. Trying to make a move onto Mirror. Bloodbright's got a hit and he's gone. Taken out there. I think he did have the Shadow Realm bird before the silence came in, but not able to get it off.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I thought he'd actually be able to survive there. Level 2, as soon as CM hits 2, there's always that power spike. You got everyone brings triple mangoes, so you just have like 2 or 3 nukes that it can catch these support heroes off guard. It's not the biggest deal when you end up dying as these 4 positions versus CM. As long as you make them use the mangoes and mana. As Vtoon, Always Wanna Fly is actually pulling the lane right now while his carry's getting gone on. Vtoon, nice little step around.
Yeah, solid jukes, and does have a full wands as well, full stick. So a little hard for Spirit to press too aggressively onto him.
Oh, nice. Roger found the creep. So this is what I've seen Puppy do versus Inkswell a lot of the times versus Grimstroke. You get the Dispel. You get that Purge creep. It also allows you to get aggressive in the lane too if you catch the support on the side, but you can just Dispel the Inkswell every time it gets thrown out.
Let's see what Spirit do about this. I mean, they're obviously getting perfect farm for Yatoro down here.
Yeah, just don't force the issue too much. They're a little bit low on regen. Miposhka actually has some extra, so they should be okay. They're going to try to kill the creep. That creep is very obnoxious. Can't actually play your Grimstroke at its maximum as level 2 Inkswell's online. The creep is still just chilling there. And Miposhka knows he can't go for it onto Yatoro.
And we're seeing on the top lane. Vici not being pressured at all, really, by the two of them. He's farming fine. Mid lane, we are seeing Iceberg have sort of a wave of an advantage against Toronto Tokyo's Puck. And we'll also be able to pick up that arcane room. Able to get it in time.
He doesn't actually commit I thought he just commit the orb for it, but opts not to. Now, Arcane Rune on a Tidebringer hits is really nice for Iceberg, and Iceberg's gone for all damage in the lane, and that's probably what's pushing him over as well as that Tidebringer. I'm just looking. Tokyo has 2 nulls, Iceberg has 2 bracers, and a Blades of Attack on top, so does have a significant advantage there. And Arcane Rune's going to have him push the wave in a little faster, and he can even steal a camp away. It's good stuff coming out from Iceberg.
He's going to have a quick level 6 this game. So a lot of kill potential. I mean, if they sort of get a +1 and Toronto Tokyo's not too careful with his orb usage. It really is.
Tokyo's really starting to fall behind.
That's a lot of damage.
He's just gone for straight base damage, so no bottle. So his regen is actually pretty low, and Iceberg is full healthy. Like, Toronto Tokyo has to be cautious now.
We'll see bottom. Roger's able to get the bounty ring, but he will pay with his life. Same time, top lane collapse. Able to run down, always want to fly. General, he's poking at the 2 of them, but not. I mean, he's got a pretty full wand actually, so Toro does have to be cautious. Gets back under the tower, relying on that ring of health to keep him topped up.
God, this creep.
In lane.
Oh, mid. He's actually going for it himself.
Oh, and he's got it.
Is he gonna find him?
Oh, yes, he does. I mean, this mid lane Iceberg, he's beaten Toronto Tokyo pretty hard now, especially with that kill.
And you know what? This might be a statement from Iceberg. He's had a little bit of a rough one in the last 2 games. Now he's like, all right, I'm on my Kunkka. I'm on my strength melee hero. I'm feeling good. Gets that nice setup there. Super annoying creep bottom that we've been seeing put to use from Roger, the Stater Mindstealer. Just burning the man on PA, but now they get an opportunity perhaps on General.
Have they got enough damage though? General, he's able to take off the Embrace and dodge his way out with the Dissimulate. He'll be able to live. Very low on the HP though, so it's going to be have to be very careful. Roger's coming back over.
Nothing for you.
Roger's just being annoying. He just keeps burning the mana, throws out some lightnings as well from the side with the Harpy.
I mean, Iceberg's going to be super farm this game.
He found a stack as well that they had made earlier. He just takes that one away quickly with his ward. Phase boots are done. This is some really good stuff. And he's got some really nice side lanes to gank on Kunkka. One of the better heroes in the game to gank a Tidehunter. Can't remove that X and just overwhelming damage that does come out. So we could see them make a rotation on Iceberg at some point soon.
Yeah, coming into either of these side lanes would warrant a kill for sure. They don't really have the best measures of saving anyone from that complete Kunkka combo.
No, they'd have to get the counter gank. Like, Toronto Tokyo has to match the movements of Iceberg. And right now, he does have a ward, so he can keep tabs of what Iceberg is doing.
Top.
It's just farming. Stop.
Tune. He's speedy. He's trying to run. And he's going to be able to make it out to the side. Salve as well.
Here comes Iceberg.
Getting him back into fighting shape. And Mirror and Collapse, they've got to be careful. Same time down bottom, General and Roger, they're trying to dive in onto Miposhka with the Dissimulate. Is he going to have it? He's trying to salve up Miposhka. He'll get the silence off, but he'll still lose his life. Roger, he'll be able to TP away before Yatoro is able to finish him off. General will be fine, and they'll jump in, but he's still got the Pulse and a Remnant to play with, so Yatoro can't really chase any further.
Yeah, Iceberg's really running away with this game, though. 4K net worth to the 2.7 of Toronto Tokyo. Tokyo does find himself a nice fairy trinket, so he will have that extra magic damage as the puck. They're going to have to help him out, though. Especially if they want to try to set up on any kill or anything on Iceberg, it's tough. And Iceberg's going to go for the carry build. He's going to go for that armlet so he can scale with damage. I like this approach.
Yeah, fantastic armlet game. I mean, it always pretty much is a good armlet game, of course, on the Kunkka, one of the best armlet carriers.
Yeah, especially with PA. Armor is always great as the coil off the mark.
Oh, just a little too slow there, or maybe, General just a little too fast. Quickly into the ground with that Dissimulate, and the coil comes a moment after.
And that's a long cooldown. Well, long-ish, 80 seconds. And they're going to be able to push mid because of it. No coil. Tidehunter is the only one who can look to go mid, and Ravage is still on cooldown from when he used it up top. So it's a nice pressure play coming out from Na'Vi. So they're actually looking to rotate more. We see Tokyo perhaps and Miposhka look to swing over since they're the 2 D-pushers to stop this push. And they're just actually going to stack some camps in the meantime on Miposhka, as well as Tokyo, but they will get to that mid lane to defend. And also stack, so nice maximizing. Iceberg, he's TPing bottom. He sees a PA getting some farm. There is a lane ward prepared though, so we will see Yatoro protected. And Iceberg has to just make the walk all the way back to the mid lane. Just some wasted time.
Radiant are scanning.
Always want to fly. Mirror, he's got the bramble in the shadow out. Straight over the TP. Always want to fly, makes it away.
The boat does connect in mid, even though he gets silenced. He will be able to jaunt away and survive. But now low on HP. And as we've mentioned, no bottle build on Toronto Tokyo, so he's gonna have to keep bringing salves and clarities and stuff to keep himself on the map.
Bottom general. Oh, he's able to make it out to the river. Quick jump to the side, and he is out of there. We'll see back mid. Iceberg.
The room bottom.
They're trying to go on him, but he's very tanky. This does not really feel like a kill that they can try for.
They need the 6 on the Willow to kill Iceberg. He actually pretty much has the armlet done already. That is insane how farmed he is. 5.1k net worth. He's over 500 GPM right now. Just below it, actually. Just ticked down, but...
And now he's swinging down bottom. He's going to find Yatori. Obviously no boat. So you want to try and set up for this. The rest of Na'Vi are coming across.
He's just pushing him away, though. Pushing him out of his safe lane. And now Roger, he's got double creeps, and there's a catapult wave coming in, so he can apply pressure himself while they chase that PA completely out of the bottom lane. And Vtoon is able to hold his own up top. He's got his CM. Always want to fly backing him up. He gets the rupture. Collapse will just hold himself and flip over.
Bathes in his own blood.
That does look nasty on Tidehunter. And the push comes out. So Na'Vi, they're going to be able to set up for that tower, mid tower, next on the menu. And this is exactly how they want to play. They want to be causing chaos. They want to be getting themselves a nice gold advantage versus this PA lineup. As we know that Spirit wants to be able to take it to the later stages with this.
For the tween.
And oh, look at these stacks. Iceberg even finds these as well. So Armlet easily clearing these out. And I mean, that's going to enable him to a super fast BKB too. He's going to have the Ogre Club as well already in a second.
With these sort of item timings, Iceberg, he's going to be able to go where he wants. We may have seen him sort of be in some deep positions when he was dying on his Lycan and on his Queen of Pain, but this game is a Kunkka with the items that he's getting. He can go wherever he wants. I don't know if it's going to be that easy at all for Spirit to kill this man.
They'll bring the Tidehunter to stop that push, and they will get a nice coil on the side.
Okay, let's see if they can get the kill. I'm looking for this Void Spirit, Ravage out onto the two of them, and they'll have to follow him. Nicely done there. Instead of from Tokyo, buys time for Collapse to get in, and they'll get the 2 kills.
Yeah, beautiful setup, and that's how they have to play this game. It's just about those big cooldowns, but they are cooldowns for a reason. So Na'Vi, they're going to be able to take advantage. 15 seconds, they'll be back up. Team Spirit, don't get too over-aggressive, but this is a good move. Finishing off this tower, there's no glyph. This is good stuff. And now it's going to be a little harder for Na'Vi to take advantage of those big cooldowns being used. As Yotaro gets space to farm top. They know he's top, though. We see General already setting up there, and they're even going to smoke across with Vtoon. He's got the Maelstrom, so he's also off to a good timing. And we do see a lot of damage coming out from Na'Vi, and a lot of ways to prevent damage. They did have to use the Hand of God, but they always will have Rum in the fights. And now there's no Ravage, no Coil. Team Spirit has to be cautious.
Well, they're sticking around though, Spirit. With Miposhka, he'll get ruptured. Na'Vi will find the Grim. Can they get anything more? I won't be able to get their hands on mirrors.
The collapse?
A collapse. Do they have info that he's here? No, he's out with the TP.
They had a feeling, though, because they knew he TP'd mid. So when he walked top, they probably had a feeling that it had a couple seconds left. They were right, but not able to quite find him. Time bought for Vtoon to continue farming, and time for Yotaro to continue farming, too, because he still can't get involved for some time as this PA. Even though he has the Grimstroke, now with all this overwhelming pressure that is coming out, it is tough for him. And this mid tower, they really are still just getting that defense going, though. They're not letting Na'Vi break it down.
I mean, they're nearly to be done on Roger. And I guess sort of what with that, and then when Vtoon has the BKB on top of the Maelstrom, that's when we're really going to see Na'Vi try to force Spirit into a position where PA is having to really consider turning up, or of course just losing objectives to this sort of early mid-game fight that Na'Vi wants to bring.
Yeah, Navi, it's going to be that double BKB mech timing. There's still going to be a bit of time until they get there, but it's getting close. Probably one more set of like Ravage Coil that they need to endure before they do get those magic immunities out. And once they have those, the fights look really easy for them if they're actually able to just run through Team Spirit. Because they can just effectively like remove the Tide Runner, remove the Puck, remove the supports too. It's just going to be PA's damage that they need to worry about. And they need to make it work, though. They need to make those BKBs hit hard. They need to make that mech hit hard. Because if the game gets to a point where it starts stalling out too much, Yatoro's got to take over. So Navi does have to play pretty perfect once they do get their timing windows. And you know, Spirit, they're still going to look to battle. When they have ults, they are battle ready.
Let's see if Navi's ready for this one, or if Team Spirit can catch them by surprise. As they're heading in, Dream Coil drop down, they're throwing everything in onto Iceberg. The Fearful up, but he's able to get the boat off. He's going to have that run protecting him. Is it enough to keep him alive? No. With the Ravage out, they do manage to finish the kill. They take down Iceberg. They'll now turn over towards Always Wanna Fly as they pick up a second.
Nice big hit. They find the perfect target in the front line there. The Kunkka isolated, separated from his team. Roger had Hand of God, didn't end up using it to try to save him. He was finishing up the mech, and a nice strike from Team Spirit to give Yatoro time. He's got Battle Fury. Navi has to do something. They have to be taking advantage of these cooldown timings now.
Oh, for sure. Otherwise, this PA is going to get pretty spooky.
This PA will win the game if Navi just sits back and lets them just keep looking and picking apart the fights every time that Spirit looks for. Like, Navi has to make their own move. They can't just play reactive Dota. Let's collapse. He's tanky boy.
Yeah, he knows that they don't want to go on him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Navi is going to try really hard to go for this tower. Team Spirit very aware of that, setting up all four, and Iceberg walks right into them on the high ground.
They just get the jump on him straight away. The backups coming in from the side here from Na'Vi as Iceberg. He's actually still alive, but he finally falls. He's gone down. Vincere tries to commit underneath the tower. They've got the control and collapse, but have they actually got the damage to take down this Tide over towards the side? General, he's able to get in, finish off the kill on Miposhka. Back in mid, Collapse is still alive. Another Blood Bright coming out, though Collapse will finally fall. As Na'Vi, they may have lost Iceberg, but they find two, they get themselves the tower. Team Spirit, they're not done though. Yatoro, he's jumping in. The Fear's going to push back the Bloodseeker. Dream Coil's back up. Toronto Tokyo's in with a lockdown onto Vincere. They turn their efforts over towards General. General, buying time, and in fact looking for the chance to get back in. Jumps over towards Yatoro, but the Remnant won't quite catch him. As Mirror,
General.
Toronto Tokyo, they're chasing him down. They've got the magical damage as Toronto Tokyo bursts through the Void Spirit.
Pretty crucial deaths that are coming out on the side of Navi. Like losing Iceberg again, BKB is going to be stalled out. They lose V-Tune as well. Yatoro cleans up. It's starting to look real good for Team Spirit. Only a 1K advantage, but I'm really feeling that looming pressure for Navi. They need to just get more done, and that was all while Ravage was down. The next fight, now Ravage is going to be up, and Navi still won't have their BKBs. So Spirit, they can look to fight again. This is going super well for them right now. As Iceberg, he's walking into them again. Coil's up in 3 seconds.
He needs help, and he needs it now, but I don't think Navi can get here in time.
They're just going to Ravage and Coil him. They know how important he is to the game plan. They are just, they've just completely shut down Iceberg. He's below all 3 cores now.
I mean, he had such a brilliant opening, but these deaths are putting him back in his place. He's no longer having that lead that he was really building up off the back of an excellent laning stage.
It's such precise strikes. Like, Spirit knows exactly what they need to do in this game. The way that they were parked on the high ground, Iceberg walked in and was like, oh my god, I just ran into 5 heroes. Why are they here? They know exactly how to play in this game, and they are doing it. They are doing it very nicely here.
They certainly are. 11-8. And taking a tier 2 hit, 18 minutes in, and they're not the lineup that's really under huge pressure here to perform in this early stages. It's Na'Vi, and Na'Vi right now, they're slightly behind.
It's gonna start picking up quick too for Spirit. They're gonna start getting way stronger to be able to take those fights always. Navi they have to have a huge hit. They have to like win the game off of their BKB timing. Because if they don't, I think this game is gonna really just completely go in Spirit's favor quickly.
Then we'll get Mirror hit.
Find a kill there. V-Tune does have his BKB. Let's see if she can threaten Roche. Okay, perhaps.
There's no Ravage. Coil is back up. And they'll know that it's going on. The courier taken out. They know that Navi's here in the pit. And Na'Vi knows
Oil's
as well.
ready,
Na'Vi's been a little cautious how heavily they commit.
Yeah, they're all very healthy right now, and it is BKB, V-Tune in the middle of the pit, so they will give the respect to Team Spirit. They're going to just push out, get their own, and a nice move from Na'Vi. Feels like they needed this. And they're going to instantly smoke. Still no BKB on Iceberg. He's getting close to it, but they do at least have it on V-Tune, so he's got his big timing.
And of course, they see Yatoro underneath this ward. But he's blurred up, so they're not going to be too sure on which direction he's headed.
Mira pops the smoke on Roger.
Up top, Iceberg.
They found him again.
Oh, the tip's starting to come out now.
That's 4 times in a row that they found him after he had a perfect start in this game. Just precise strikes, and that one didn't require coil. That one didn't require Ravage. They just killed him with Inkswell. Now they're gonna have Ravage and coil for the next fight, and it's still no BKB on Iceberg. This is just really good stuff from Team Spirit. And Navi, they still have Aegis. They're still in an okay spot, but you know, they're under the gun. They're under the pressure to close the game out. There's a PA tied. PA tied in later stages is just, it's the bread and butter. It's the dream. Iceberg has to, okay, just let him farm in a safe spot. Iceberg, go farm triangle. Needs to get the BKB.
Up top. I mean, yeah, very close to having that BKB done, which is 400 gold away. You can see it. The frustration definitely felt here by Iceberg.
He's getting targeted. He knows he is too.
He knows it's you know, the tips might be getting to him.
He's got BKB and 10 gold, so he will have it ready for the next fight, and they still do have Aegis. So Navi, let's go. Let's force the issue. Let's see what you can get with your fight. You're gonna have to do it into Ravage, into coil. You're gonna have to play around it nicely. You have to be careful, as it is collapsed. Also, I believe, is he gonna pick up the blink? He's deciding right now which one he wants. He is gonna get the blink, so they have to be quick on their fingers, because that Ravage could catch them off guard. Now that he does have blink, and they have good follow-up with the puck blink dagger too, and they have all the snap, as we've already mentioned and seen. Terrorize with coil, always a big threat, and Tokyo is close to Aghanims too. So, you know, we're talking about how important BKBs for Navi are. He's almost got the counter to them.
Let's see what Navi's next move's going to be. Trying for this tier 2 top.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm so stressed out for Navi right now. This feels like the game is just so different. They have to do every single move like perfect and precise. Otherwise, like 1 or 2 moves, and they just lose the game to this PA and Tidehunter.
And Spirit just getting that little bit more out of this now.
Yep, they're just avoiding that Aegis. They're finishing up the Ags on Tokyo, finishing up the next item on Yatoro too, and he's got that BKB done. So they're honestly ready to fight when they have Ags coiled, and he's got it.
Yeah, already straight back to base here, ready for the defense.
This might catch Navi off guard. One minute and 40 seconds left on the Aegis. And Yatoro's still getting space, and he's still able to farm. So I don't think they need to really like go look for the fight on Spirit. Just wait till it comes to you, wait till you see the opportunity, because your PA is still getting all this farm. I think they're feeling it too. I'm seeing them chat wheeling a lot. I'm seeing some smiles. I think they're feeling pretty good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, Navi, it's like their timing has been hit. It's just what can they do and what can they accomplish with this? Because now it's, I believe, what, S and Y finished up on Bloodseeker, so he's got status resist versus all those big stuns.
And he's got a minute left on the Aegis as well, V-Tune.
Spirit really looks like they're looking for a precise strike as the Aegis is expiring to look for a jump, as they do have that high ground ward.
Navi with the smoke though.
Navi.
They might get the jump. His Spirit, no, they're going to see it straight away. They step to the side. The Yule set up into the Cursed Crown onto V-Tune. X mark over to Mira. They're dropping the Rupture as well onto the Willow. They want Mira dead. They'll get it.
At least we're not stuck in Coid.
Look how they just don't go in. They're going to smoke and re-go. They're waiting for Aegis timeout. 30 seconds. They see that they're split up. They see Iceberg for a second.
They're going to try and make the move. Straight in they go again, immediately blowing the Ravage onto Iceberg. Hand of God comes out. Iceberg, he's able to get the BKB up, but Yatoro's in with the physical damage. Is he able to take Iceberg down? No, the armlet toggles as Iceberg, he's going to be able to live. He's TP'd out, and he's away. No, he's away. He's away. He's able to make it out. Vincere now looking for the cleanup. He's looking for Collapse. Collapse trying to TP out. Vincere got the damage. He has. Vincere takes down the Tide. Miposhka, Yatoro, Mira, and Toronto, Tokyo. They're looking for General. They've got the silence. General will go down. So this time, Iceberg able to survive, but still 3 heroes dying around him.
Beautiful coil by Tokyo, catches the 3 on the back lines after it, and Yatoro does come in and get some nice cleanup kills, so it's still really good for Spirit. The fact that Na'Vi can't force the issue with Aegis with their BKBs, that just says everything to me. Spirit feeling really good. They had to use Mira's buyback, but well worth it. And now they might actually be able to set up on V-Tune as they have vision on him.
On V-Tune. He's very dead. They've got him.
Very dead.
Oh, they're getting some big kills here.
They're starting to feel confident too. Miposhka bought a Veil. That's like, he's a 5 position that's able to get Veil in this game, and it bamps up everything. It's so good on the Willow, so good for the puck. Really solid pickup. That's a huge kill. 45 seconds where PA is able to get all this crazy farm. Bloodseeker, your 1 position Bloodseeker. Off the map for 40. And time for the Ravage, time for Ravage to come back online. All the big benefits for Team Spirit.
Yeah, V-Tune has to just sort of really pop off in these fights, but we're seeing it just takes a little too long for him to get these kills right now. Spirit, a little too tanky on some of these. Especially Yatoro.
They're getting the jump. Yeah. It makes it really hard when your Kunkka's having to just effectively do nothing inside the fights besides just run away. Because every single time they've got on top of Iceberg.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Ravage back up in 15. Na'Vi have to be ready for the fight that's going to come to them.
I mean, yeah, how do you fight into this?
They have to try to control. They have to try to control Tokyo in particular, but it's so hard. He's just so high level and so tanky now on this puck that they don't have the control for him. Void Spirit can't actually do so, and he doesn't have the Ags yet either on the Void Spirit, so definitely can't. Is Team Spirit ready to fight? Ravage ready.
Oh, they're gonna get the jump. Collapse. He's in. The Ravage straight away on a V-Tune. V-Tune, is he going to be able to get out of this? The follow-up fear, they're locking him down. V-Tune, he's still alive though. He's able to turn, drop the blood bright, but Yatoro's got the physical damage as he focuses down the Bloodseeker. V-Tune's out of the fight, and Yatoro, he's ready to start looking for his second target. Over to the side, always want to fly, taken out. The stun combo there, locking down Iceberg as Spirit find a third. Roger, he's trying to go for the TP out. Is he able to make it away? He is. But again, it's 3 dead on Na'Vi. As these fights definitely seem to be in that territory now where it's very hard to see what sort of setup is going to allow Na'Vi to come out on top. As Spirit, they're just making these fights look very, very easy. Every single time, Collapse just getting the perfect Ravage jump onto a core.
They have such overwhelming team fighting control, and they're always getting the jump. They're always getting the initiation. Na'Vi don't have your natural, your natural blink initiators like Blink Ravage, Blink Coil. It's a Void Spirit who has to jump in and start the fights in general. Doesn't have Ags. If he had Ags, it could be a little bit of a different story because he can cover and protect his teammates, but they're just fully on the defensive, fully on the reactive plays every single one of these fights. Honestly, Spirit this is the best game by far that I've seen them play, with the way that they're setting up these kills and setting up the defenses and just reading the map and just understanding all their timings. It's really clean play coming out from Spirit. I love watching just methodical movements like this. Tokyo 5-11 after a rough
He's getting in. They're on to Roger. They're going to commit straight away onto the champ. Roger's gone over to the side. Dream Coil down. The follow-up fear's there. Is he going to snap it in time? No, the coil comes to an end, so V-Tune will be able to get out. Tries to turn back over towards Toronto, Tokyo, but he's out with the orb. Spirit now holding the high ground here is Na'Vi. They've got to be careful, especially with a hero down. They are not in any sort of shape to fight Spirit.
V-Tune with his S&Y and his Titan Sliver, the status resist actually ends up bailing him out there. The coil duration just also gets lessened from that status resist, so it does at least cover him versus it this time. But Spirit, they will have Ravage up in 20. So same thing still is still being there, you know, and they're going to be able to look and pick for these fights whenever they do want and get those big jumps. Navi just never going to be able to set up for it either. They're just always under vision because of how this whole mid game has gone. Just always Spirit looking for the fight. And now they do at least have General with Ags. He has to be pretty crazy, pretty reckless with this one. He has to get way into the back lines, get on top of the puck, get on top of the tide. Somehow to just try to silence and cover them while his Bloodseeker cleans up the rest. It's not going to be easy.
It's been a few fights now in a row where Na'Vi have just struggled to get much out of it at all. Spirit always being the ones with the jump.
Yeah, and they're set up around this area. Roshan 15, they've got a nice ward down too to watch Navi's movements. They just saw that they were walking outside of the base, so they know that Navi's grouping up right now. Or they should know. And ooh, DD spawns top. Yatoro's got his eyes set on it.
Oh, he
Navi
wants
maybe setting
it.
the trap.
Oh, and he's got it. He just walks in with the blur. He picks it up. There's going to be a smoke up here front. Spirit, they're good to go. There's the jump. Collapse. He's in with the Ravage. He 5 feet tuned and he finds Iceberg. A beautiful jump there yet again from Spirit with Collapse leading the way. These Ravages every single time, it's just ended the fight as soon as it started really for Na'Vi. They have no chance with Collapse getting these sort of jumps this consistently.
They're so on point. Everyone, the combination between them together, Miposhka with the ink swell every time, the vision, the re-smoke and back up. This team is just so prepared for this game, and Na'Vi feels like they don't know what hit them.
We'll see it
last
again
few
here.
Situations.
Straight in, and you know what better two heroes to hit? The carry and the mid alone without any backup ready to save them. You know, there's certain smiles there. You know, Spirit, they're going to know as a team right now how well that this is going for them.
They're gonna try for him, but he's very tanky now at this point with all these items. And he will be just fine. Yeah, Lincoln's, Ags, Blink.
And inside, they're just killing them in the base. They're killing them in the base. They always want to fly goes down. They'll buy back. Fortification as well. Spirit do start to back off, but they're now at a 14k lead.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They have just completely devastated Navi's whole plan. Like, Navi's plan was to be able to break stuff with BKBs. They precisely hit Iceberg so many times this game, installing the BKB, getting them timings to get Ags coil online, and just it's really just been a perfect show of clean execution from ultimates. As Na'Vi going for a wraparound, feels like this could be a last hurrah.
Let's see what they can do. How long till the Ravage is back? Is it? Still 45 seconds, so a bit of a window.
Doesn't feel easy even fighting into this anyway without Ravage at this point because of how big this PA now is. Like, Yatoro is just going to start assassinating both supports in seconds.
Yeah, with the Aegis as well, he's more than happy to be the one that jumps in. As they've got the Inkswell on him. Oh, General. Keeping himself out of vision.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tough fights to take here for Na'Vi. I mean, they've only got harder with each loss that they've suffered.
And it's just every time we see Team Spirit, they're smoked up, looking for it. Ravage about to come back up, just waiting for the combos. And they've all got such great follow-up with it, as we've seen several times now. Mira, even now having Blink and Yules, he's always going to have the follow-up Terrorize. So much control inside these fights. And Navi's just trapped now. They're just trapped in their base. They can't look to take any 5-man fights really at all. But they can't actually find anyone split up either. As you see, level 20 hit. Solar Crest finished on Collapse, and now he's queued up that Ags. So, AoE Gush, pretty good with a PA and a coil.
Absolutely.
And even a BKB on Tokyo. Jesus, he is just so farmed on this puck.
Oh!
As Poor always want to fly.
He's out for a minute. Was off the back of a buyback.
Distortion. Your anger is useless here.
Na'Vi knows the position that they're in. They can't show much of anyone. Even Iceberg Xing and going outside the base for a second looks scary.
It's a little spooky.
I love clean Dota, honestly. I'm so happy to see Team Spirit playing this way. Like, these last 30 minutes, I don't think I've seen I haven't seen such precise play in a while, so it's always nice to see from your non-secrets playing like that.
Well, here we have X-Spot setup, but Yutoro can't quite find the jump. I'm going to X-Mark him, Yutoro. He just moved straight in onto General. And taking down the tier 3s. What can Na'Vi do to stop this? Trying to set up here with the Yules. Yutoro.
Stopping the Blink daggers with this Wild Wing, with the Tornado. It's actually stopping Collapse's Blink, so that's pretty annoying.
Yutoro able to make it away, though. They keep that Aegis safe for another push.
Navi's just still stuck in their base. They can't get out. And you just look at the hand holding the Team Spirit's doing. Everyone's moving across the map together. No one being left alone. No one split pushing a side lane or hitting a neutral camp. Everyone's swinging, playing around the PA, playing around the Tide, around these bounty runes now. Tokyo, he's got a haste. He can play up top. He's super safe. He's got BKB Lincoln's Puck at this point, so no way that he can go down. He can go swing out, deal with those side lanes.
And Na'Vi very carefully trying to step out the base a little bit, but
they just can't.
Spooky,
Iceberg killed one camp, and then he just runs
back
away
to the high ground.
Always want to fly. Tries inching out. He will get them at least a ward down. Him and Roger.
Stepping out. Trying to get some of that ward control back here.
They just don't have damage in the fights either. It just feels like they're just going to get slaughtered as soon as the fight kicks off. Team Spirit's still being patient.
Regeneration.
I mean, as you say, Spirit, they know that they're not under any pressure here. They could happily back off and play the farm game. With Yutoro's P8, they'd only just continue to grow this lead.
Yeah, and then Tidehunter gets Ags, and then it's minus 11 armor on everybody. So Yutoro does even more damage. So yeah, it's every growing moment just feels better for Spirit. Now they're going to look. They're rallied around this ward here on the side of Na'Vi. Spirit, they're going to play away from that high ground. Looks like they might just enter top with the creeps in mid since top tower's at 100 HP. Pushka's going to get a ward down. Wait to see if someone does show them themselves. Na'Vi is aware, though, of that ward. General? It's the most cautious farming I've ever seen, right? X the Bloodseeker so you can farm a creep wave. It's the only way that they can get any space on the map, though, and he is close to at least an Abyssal Blade to control one or two of these targets on V-Tune. Still feels like damage is really going to be the issue, not the control, but
yeah, I mean,
anything they can get.
It's going to be Abyssal Blade into Rapier for sure. Anything else,
he has to.
It's not going to cut it. As mid lane, looking for the setup on General. Can't quite lock him down.
Oop. A PA is almost 25. Maybe Yutoro just finishes that, as he's also got Nullifier done. V-Tune actually goes for a Rupture here. I
mean, Yutoro's not going to care too much, as he just holds his ground. V-Tune's trying to get in with the BKB, but now they jump forward. The Fear's out, but the Rum will protect V-Tune a little bit. There's a lot of damage coming out from these crits from Yutoro as he turns his attention over towards General now, jumps into V-Tune. The V-Tune BKB comes to an end. The Ravage is there from Collapse. As it comes out immediately, catches onto the two of them, secures the kill on V-Tune. Over towards Always Want to Fly, they jump. General is trying to get back in it, but they don't have the damage. GG is called. Spirit will take game 3, and with that, the series is theirs, 2-1. As we really did see Spirit just step up their game again to